Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be starting the program in just a couple of seconds. You'll see our countdown clocks to the sides of the stage, so please be seated. We are starting in 14 seconds. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate it. My name is Christy Siefkin, and I am thrilled to be your event MC for today for this historic moment. And we have so many special guests that are joining us here today. Of course, government officials, as well as business people from the Netherlands. We have government officials from the state of Arizona, from our beautiful city of Scottsdale, where you are at this moment, and a lot of partners from our community. And today is such a special day because it marks the start of a huge expansion, an ambitious expansion on ASM's part to expand its facilities right here in Arizona. So by you being here today, we are coming together and marking the heritage, the legacy, the importance of this work, and the incredible future that lies ahead for ASM. So let's give yourselves a round of applause for being here today. We appreciate it. ASM, as you know, plays a key role in the digital age. And if you're someone like me who is not in the tech space, you might hear phrases like semiconductor or integrated circuit, and it can feel a little overwhelming or a little bit techy. But the fact of the matter is, the technology that is at the core of ASM's work is evident in things that we use every single day. This is your cell phone, your car, medical devices, solar farms. Everywhere that you look, that technology is at play. And so even though we may not technically see the technology, it's a part of our everyday lives, which is why it's all the more exciting to see this expansion here in Arizona. ASM is building on a legacy of more than a half a century of innovation. It has been steadfast in pushing the envelope towards microchips that are smaller, that are faster, and that are more energy efficient. You saw the word sustainability there on your screen a couple of times. And here in the state of Arizona, ASM has been at the cutting edge of semiconductor technology since 1976. So for almost 50 years, our operations here have been vital for research and development, driving the evolution of this industry. Today, we embark upon a brand new chapter in the state of Arizona, part of this journey that is brimming with promise, innovation, and continued growth. The bold steps that are being taken here today will be essential to ASM as we continue to stay ahead of what's next. And it is now my distinct pleasure to welcome our very first speaker of the day. Please help me in welcoming to the stage ASM's President and CEO, Benjamin Loh.
You know, Christy, you do it so well, why don't you do mine as well? Anyway, I prepared a speech, which maybe is a little bit too long, so usually I will cut it really short. So first of all, thank you, Christy. A warm welcome to all distinguished guests for taking the time to be with us here. You know, Arizona has played a very crucial part in the history of ASM. You know, we have been here for maybe as long as the company has been around. So we, as Christy mentioned, was already here in 1976. So we have been here for almost 50 years. It is my distinct pleasure to be here to celebrate this event, and especially you know, in the company of very, very distinguished guests. It's a big day for our company. You know, we are very pleased that, you know, from the Netherlands, you know, we have the privilege to welcome Prime Minister Rutte, Minister Adriaansens, the Ambassador Tesla. We are proud to be a Dutch company. And it is our pleasure to have you with us today as we embark on an exciting new chapter. And of course, you know, on the US side, we are very privileged and honored to have Governor Hobbs with us, Mayor Ortega, and of course, Ambassador Dougal as well. And we thank you for taking the time. And last but not least, we are very pleased to have you know, President Sandra Watson of the Commerce Authority with us as well. This is an exciting time for ASM and for semiconductors in general. The impact and relevance of what we do has never been greater today. Today, we are here to celebrate our company's amazing journey in Arizona so far, and we have announced a 300 million euro investment today, which will build on our strong legacy in the US and help to prepare ASM for the next decades. A little bit of history. Back in 1976, when ASM established its first office in Arizona, the company had already started to blossom in the Netherlands based on the vision of our founder, Arthur Del Prado. Years later, when the time came to expand into the US market, he saw in Arizona the place where his vision could thrive and grow. Now, almost 5 decades on, we employ more than 800 people in Arizona, a number that has actually doubled since 2019. The facilities we have here are our largest research and development hub worldwide. The many innovations we pioneered in Arizona have found their way into computers, phones, medical equipment like MRI scanners, data centers, cars, and AI applications everywhere. And we are proud to have been part of this amazing innovation. Over the next 3 years, ASM will be planning, designing, and constructing our new US headquarters here in Scottsdale. At 250,000 square feet on a campus that spans more than 21 acres, the new facility will be more than double our current site. The facility will be home to research, development, and engineering activities, as well as our global training center, software team, and corporate support functions. There will be a clean room with state-of-the-art tools and technologies, as well as room for our crucial customer support engineers. In addition, over the next 5 years, we expect to be hiring about 500 new colleagues in Arizona. We will push technologies like atomic layer deposition, epitaxy, and other deposition tools to new heights, enabling the next generation of semiconductor solutions for decades to come. Also, we are deeply aware that humanity only has one planet and that we need to assume stewardship of that planet. That is why sustainability is a priority in everything we do in Arizona and around the world. In our new facilities here, we will focus on limiting water and energy usage as much as possible, fast-tracking water reclamation, and renewable energy options. Finally, let me say a few words about our ongoing journey at ASM. Everyone at our company shares a singular purpose: improving people's lives by advancing technologies that unlock new potential. As we continue to grow through innovation, we are committed to making a meaningful difference in the world by always staying ahead of what's next. Our new facility here in Arizona will be one of the cornerstones of our success going forward. And with that, I'd like to thank you again for being here today as we take another big step forward into an exciting future. Up next, we want to share a short video we created to celebrate the special role Arizona has played in ASM's journey, and vice versa. Again, it is a pleasure to see all of you here. I hope you enjoy the video and the rest of the event. Thank you.
We've been here, driving progress and improving lives. Long before any of the headlines and the true pioneering spirit that's driven our company from the very beginning. We've been here at the heart of the Silicon Desert since 1976, creating a home for the dreamers and the doers to keep discovering, driving innovation, relentlessly pursuing, always ahead of the next big thing. We've been here and will continue to grow here, shine here, expanding research and development capabilities, growing our workforce, and investing in the potential of future generations. What we've done here and there and around the globe has shaped the future. This is ASM, ahead of what's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give another round of applause to Benjamin Lowe since he snuck off the stage as he tossed to that video? Thank you very much, Benjamin. And if you didn't hear it, Benjamin made mention of the $300 million that are being invested in Arizona buying ASM. That is incredible, not just for our state, but for Scottsdale and for our entire community. And this is a big step of investing in people, and that's where it all begins. In many ways, ASM's story in Arizona is an exemplary one of being in the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. That's what ASM has done in the past, and as you'll learn today, what ASM will continue to do into the future. We're now going to hear from some of ASM's key government partners in helping to launch this brand new expansion. Our own governor, Katie Hobbs, will be joining us on the stage in just a moment, as will Mark Rutte, Prime Minister of the Netherlands, and Mickey Adriaansens, who is the Minister of Economic Affairs and Climate Policy of the Netherlands. But first, I would like to welcome to the stage Arizona State Governor Katie Hobbs.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start by thanking Prime Minister Rutte and all of our Dutch guests for joining us today. We are so honored to have you here. I would also like to thank Benjamin Lowe and the entire ASM team for your continued commitment to Arizona. Given the beautiful weather we're having, I'd say that you timed your trip and this announcement perfectly. This is a momentous occasion for Arizona's advanced manufacturing ecosystem. Arizona is quickly becoming a global epicenter for sustainable technologies, including electric vehicles, solar energy, batteries, and of course, semiconductors. The influx of companies coming to the state demonstrates the modern and unique business environment that Arizona offers. Today's announcement and ASM's renewed investment in our state is further proof of that. Arizona is the state driving U.S. semiconductor industry growth. With over 32 semiconductor expansions in the state in less than 2 years, Arizona has become the world's go-to destination for investment. That strengthens U.S. supply chains, brings billions to our state, and most importantly, creates thousands of good-paying jobs for everyday Arizonans. Few companies have been as important to our long history in semiconductor innovation than ASM. When ASM first moved its North American headquarters to Phoenix in 1976, it was one of the first semiconductor companies to begin operations in our state. ASM has been at the forefront of industry breakthroughs and technological development, and with investment of more than $300 million, they're laying the groundwork for an even brighter future to come. ASM's enhanced research and development operations in Arizona will catalyze innovation, bolstering our already booming manufacturing ecosystem. It will also create hundreds of new, high-paying technology jobs and build on nearly 5 decades of partnership. Today represents a new beginning in the ASM Arizona story, and I'm honored to be here to celebrate it. I want to congratulate Benjamin Lowe and the entire ASM team. We are thankful for your continued investment in Arizona, and we look forward to working with you for another 50 years and beyond. I would also like to again thank Prime Minister Rutte and the Dutch delegation for making the journey here to Arizona, and we hope that you have enjoyed your time in our state. Finally, thank you to Sandra Watson and her team at the Arizona Commerce Authority and Mayor David Ortega and the City of Scottsdale for your support on this project and so many others like it. Again, it's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Governor Hobbs, and for reminding us of the true partnership that this is in innovation. Now, I know it's dark in the audience, but I would love to see a show of hands of how many of you are Dutch. I know we've got quite a few of you in the room. Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you for making the trip today. And in researching ASM and learning about this company, it's become so clear that the Dutch are very good at making things, whether they are small things or large things. A large thing like a polder that is part of a land reclamation project, or something tiny like a semiconductor transistor. As you've heard today, the history of ASM is quite long. It was back in 1960 that it got its start, or in the 60s rather, and the company has already had branched into the US with its first offices right here in Arizona. And we are delighted to have several representatives of the Dutch government with us today to mark this special occasion. So now I would like to welcome to the stage my great honor to bring the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Mark Rutte, up to share a few words.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you all for being here. And it is a great honor to be part of this very special celebration. Governor Hobbs, thank you for coming here. Mayor Ortega, of course, our 2 ambassadors to the Netherlands, the American ambassador to the Netherlands and the Dutch ambassador to the United States. And Mr. Lowe, Benjamin Lowe, and your whole team. And thank you also for your very warm welcome and for your kind words. And of course, all the other people in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is true, we are a long way from home, but it certainly doesn't feel that way when you are here today. And I'm sure this is largely due to what has already been mentioned, the Dutch history of ASM, going right back to 1968. I was already 1 year old. Then Arthur Del Prado founded ASM in the Netherlands. It was a different time. And even though Del Prado saw the potential of his new company, no one back then could know what the future would bring. No one could have predicted that by 2023, ASM would have more than 4,200 employees located in more than 15 countries. And no one could have guessed that we would all be gathering here today to honor ASM's past, but particularly to celebrate its future. And yet, I see a definite continuity in the way ASM CSOs have acted over the years. Just as Arthur Del Prado believed in his company more than 50 years ago, Benjamin Lowe believes in ASM today. And by the way, the son of Arthur Del Prado has been heading the company before Benjamin. So there is a continuity there. You're not part of the family, I guess, but we can't hold it against you. Your announcement that ASM is expanding its activities heralds a new chapter of success as ASM looks to the future. And not just for ASM. As we all know, semiconductor technology is an essential enabler for meeting almost all the big challenges we face, like climate and the energy crisis. With those challenges, fueled by current geopolitical tensions, we have every reason to work together on greater strategic autonomy and stronger supply chains. The Netherlands has a unique position in the semiconductor value chain. And that position comes with, I believe, a key responsibility to build strong relationships with countries and companies that share the same values. Countries like the United States and companies like ASM. But we know that the friendship between the Netherlands and the US is not just an alliance between two countries. It is a friendship founded on strong ties between people and companies. And let me assure you that Dutch companies are ready and willing to bolster that cooperation even further, as is the Dutch government. Ladies and gentlemen, it's clear that the future of ASM has only just begun. Mr. Adriaansens, my colleague in the Dutch cabinet responsible for economic affairs, we are both very excited to be here. We are delighted that the Netherlands will be part of your future, just as we are proud to be part of ASM's history. Many congratulations again to you, Mr. Loh, and to the board, and to everyone at ASM. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister Rutte, and we are delighted to have the Netherlands as part of our future here in Arizona, so thank you to all of you. I would now like to welcome to the stage the Dutch Minister of Economic Affairs and Climate Policy, Mickey Adriaansens.
Well, it's really wonderful to be here, has already been said, but I can really say that for myself also. To have this enthusiasm here, you can feel it when you come into this room and see everybody with these happy faces. So we're really doing something special here today. And that we are here with the Americans and the Dutch delegation makes it very special that we're joined together to celebrate this day. And I will go back, as everybody did, to a little bit of the history also, because I think that's an essential part of who ASM, what ASM is today, of who you are today. As mentioned before, that back in 1958, at the age of 26, Arthur del Prado set up the business as a trader in silicon crystals, bringing Silicon Valley to the Netherlands. And how nice it was that I just met the son and the former CEO, Chuck del Prado. I'm very honored, because I think that you're a very special family, so thank you for that. Later, your father, Mr. Arthur del Prado, would go on to found ASM, planting the seeds to the Dutch and European chip machine industry. And from day one, there was a clear transatlantic link. First, through the trade in silicon, and later, when Del Prado brought the most advanced machines of the time from the US to Europe. And in 1971, ASM started to manufacture its own machines in the Netherlands with great success. And in 1981, it became the first Dutch tech company to be listed on the Nasdaq. And in 2020, it also joined the Amsterdam's AX index, and that shows how much progress it has made in a relatively short time. Now, you've already heard our Prime Minister say it, and I can only confirm how incredibly proud we are of this Dutch company. Not only for its success, but also for its boundless enterprising spirit and innovation. And the Dutch government is helping to create a high-tech climate by investing in innovation, the chip industry and photonics, through all kinds of funds. And by prioritizing this crucial technology. And we also offer the right conditions, we think, an open-minded approach, talent, infrastructure, clear regulations, if we take care, and an open market. And the ties between ASM and the Dutch Economic Affairs Ministry have always been strong. In the 1980s, we worked with Arthur del Prado to see how we could build this semiconductor ecosystem in the Netherlands. And ultimately, the cooperation between the ministry, ASM, and Philips resulted in the joint venture ASML, which is now also, I have not to say it like this, but it's a successful business in its own right. I would say dada, yes. This example illustrates just how bold ASM has been, having courage to think ahead, to take the risks. And that still holds true for the company today. As ASM is always on the lookout for opportunities, new markets, new trends, paying close attention to the technology needs the needs of its customers. Sometimes it even answers questions that haven't been asked yet. The acquisition of the startup Microchemistry is a good example of ASM's foresight, and also the acquisition of LPE in 2020 under under CEO Benjamin Lowe was another step towards new opportunities, new markets, green technology, as already mentioned, being very important for the future. And it's extraordinary that a Dutch tech company has remained so active and so innovative and has continued to lead and to grow from the 1960s up until the present day. And it also continues to reinvent itself every day. For example, by exploring new applications for silicon carbide, such as in electric cars, thus contributing to that green transition. Chip machine makers are masters of precision. The promise of progress lies hidden in every transistor, in every nanometer on a wafer. ASM is not just building machines, it's also shaping the future. And this constant evolution is magical. And I'm looking forward to all the innovations yet to come. And the company slogan says it all. ASM creates the building blocks of a better tomorrow. So let's congratulate you with that, because it's so promising. We're so proud to be here. Thank you very much.
Minister Adriaansens, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. And this is a landmark occasion. And with that, we're going to have the movement of a few parts on stage here before our big kickoff of the expansion. For those who are here visiting, though, I wanted to share that where you are sitting here at Westworld in Scottsdale isn't typically a venue for events such as these. In fact, if you were to return in just a month, you would see antique cars. We have thousands of cars as parts of auto auctions that are here in Scottsdale. But perhaps even a little more unusual, this facility is filled with hundreds of million-dollar Arabian horses if you join us in just a couple of months. So if you are not allergic to hay or to horses, we welcome you to return here to Westworld of Scottsdale and enjoy some of the fun activities that we have. But today it is all about kicking off this next chapter of ASM's expansion in Scottsdale. And we are going to do that by bringing a few VIPs on stage. And then we've got some amazing action. I won't give you any more details so you can enjoy what's about to happen. I would like to please join me back on stage, Benjamin Lowe, ASM CEO. I would also like to welcome back Mark Rutte, Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs, if you will also join us. Mickey Adriaansens, I know you just left the stage, but we are bringing you right back up here. She is our Dutch Minister of Economic Affairs and Climate Policy. David Ortega, the Mayor of Scottsdale. We would love for you to join us as well. Come on up. Hisham Masad, our CTO at ASM. And Paulina van der Meermoor, the Chair of ASM's Supervisory Board. And Clara will be helping to get you in just the perfect arrangement here on stage before your big moment. All right, I believe that we have everyone in their places. A little switcheroo. All right. And we'd love for you to smile for a photo. Look straight ahead. Beautiful. Thank you all so much. So don't go anywhere. We are now, don't run away yet. Stay right here. We're going to dim the lights before our big moment, and we'll explain what this thing's doing on the stage too. right, we now have a key moment for 3 of our VIPs here on stage. This is not easy. This is going to be the hardest thing that you do all day. I trust that you can. Please step closer. Don't touch it yet. But on the count of 3, and we would love to have your help as an audience, we are going to count down to the kickoff of this expansion. Can we help them out? 3, 2, 1. Push that button. Congratulations, you all succeeded. And we're going to have you stay on stage for just a moment longer as we invite a few more VIPs. But we have now officially started the expansion, and I'd like to also welcome to the stage Birgitte Tazelaar, who is the ambassador to the Netherlands, Shefali Razdan Dougal, U.S. ambassador to the Netherlands, Paul Verhagen, CFO at ASM, Sandra Watson, the president and CEO of our very own Arizona Commerce Authority, and Chris Camacho, CEO and president of GPEC. Come on up and take your place. So the video footage that you saw was the site where ASM will be built. The new facility will be built by 2025. Pretty spectacular to see that footage. Big smiles, everyone on stage. Thank you, VIPs. Your hard work for the day is done. You may go ahead and exit the stage. Yes, come on over this way. Thank you so much. And let's give a final round of applause to our VIPs who joined us today. Thank you so much. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you 2 representatives who could not be here in person, 2 speakers from U.S. Congress who are sending a message to us via video. So please take a look at either side of your screen, and we'll be hearing messages from Arizona Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Mark Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kyrsten Sinema, Arizona Senior Senator. I'm thrilled to congratulate ASM for their expansion in Scottsdale. A global leader in semiconductor manufacturing, ASM's expansion is because of Arizona's friendly environment for growth and innovation, fueling careers and opportunity across our state. ASM's expansion is also a result of our Bipartisan Chips and Science Act and shows how our law boosts semiconductor manufacturing and supports research and development. Semiconductors power our daily lives. Without them, our phones wouldn't work, our computers wouldn't turn on, and our cars wouldn't run. Increasing semiconductor production here at home safeguards our national security, helps reduce prices and shipping delays for electronic goods, and creates thousands of new high-paying jobs across our country, helping Arizonans access new opportunities and build better lives. That's why our Chips and Science law is so critical. Our law modernizes the federal government's approach to science, grows the STEM workforce, and expands our country's global leadership in innovation, research, and development, keeping us ahead of China and supporting semiconductor manufacturing. I'm proud to have helped lead this effort, and I'm thrilled for ASM's expansion in Scottsdale. Congratulations.
Hey everybody, it's Senator Mark Kelly, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't join you in person today, but thank you for allowing me to take a moment to speak with you all to celebrate the expansion of ASM America here in Arizona. You know, when we passed the CHIPS Act, this is exactly the kind of investment that we envisioned. Not just the chip manufacturers, but companies across the semiconductor manufacturing supply chain investing in advanced facilities to help build the technologies of the future right here in America. ASM is one of the leading tooling and equipment manufacturers in the world, and you're choosing to expand in Scottsdale because you want to be part of what's happening in Arizona. And it's what I'm always telling my colleagues in Washington. And it's that Arizona is the new national hub for high-end microchip manufacturing and innovation here in the United States. These investments are critical to strengthening our supply chain and protecting our national security and boosting our economy. That's why I worked for more than 2 years to negotiate and pass the Bipartisan Chips and Science Act. And it's why I continue to work with Secretary Raimondo and my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to ensure that the implementation of the CHIPS Act is a success. Politicians have talked for years about bringing jobs and manufacturing back to America, but we're actually doing it. And with the help of economic development leaders here in Arizona, we're making sure Arizona is in the best position to compete for opportunities and support our growing semiconductor industry. Together, with all of you, we're reinventing our economy for the future. And I'm so glad that ASM is going to be a big part of that. Thank you again.
I'm glad we could hear a few words from the senators, even if they weren't able to join us today. The expectations are clearly very high for this project, and rightfully so. ASM is a recognized industry leader and a valued partner across the state of Arizona. And it's exciting to see how this concept of growth through innovation really is taking full force in this expansion right outside our doors. And now that that project is officially underway with the cold sparklers and the pushing of the button, we would like to welcome, for a little bit more information on the tech side of this project, ASM's Chief Technology Officer. He is going to share more information about the tech side of this expansion and about some of the key community partnerships that ASM is proud to be participating in. Please help me in welcoming to the stage ASM CTO Hisham Masad.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you all. So when I started at ASM, my kids asked me, what does ASM stand for? It stands for Advanced Semiconductor Materials. But today I found out that the S stands for something else, and it's Scottsdale. So we're very excited to be part of Scottsdale, and I'm very excited to be here. It has been a journey for us, and I'm very excited to really talk about what happened for our industry in Scottsdale and the ideas that we have to go forward. We've already heard from so many speakers today, including Governor Hobbs and Prime Minister Rutte. And it's exciting to officially kick off our journey to creating ASM's new headquarters here in Scottsdale. We are very proud to be a driving force in Silicon Deserts for almost 5 decades right now. And we cannot wait to see new opportunities as our facility open up very soon. I have lived here for 8 years, and I'm very proud to call Arizona home. Before moving here, I lived in Silicon Valley for about 15 years. So I have experienced both hubs. These hubs are very good in semiconductor innovation. And I'm a very firm believer that Arizona holds the future for the semiconductor industry. It's an incredibly exciting time to be a semiconductor leader and a leader with a long history here in Arizona. At ASM, we are committed to growing the semiconductor economy in Arizona and to supporting the many talented professionals here as they develop long-term, meaningful careers. And as we're nearing the end of our program today, I don't want to take too much more of your time, but I do want to take a few moments to talk about 2 things. The importance of technology and innovation for ASM and for Arizona, and second, our outreach work for the local community with some special partners. When we started out in Arizona in 1976, semiconductors were of interest to academia and to industry. And now everyone uses them every day in countless devices. The world as we know it could not simply exist without semiconductors. That's why the work that we do is very important. When ASM opened its door in the 1970s, our aim was just to sell and customize products to the US market. Make the products Netherlands, just make them US compatible and sell them. We've done that. but we've done much, much more. We are dedicated to driving innovation that improves people's lives, and we are very proud to have developed many new technology and products locally for a global marketplace. So our first product here was the Plasma Eye. This is a series of horizontal PECVD furnaces. If you ask me right now, PECVD furnaces, it's very amazing that there are PECVD furnaces at that time. Then our focus has shifted to LPCVD furnace. Then in 1982, ASM introduced the Epsilon Epi reactor, which was fully developed in Tempe and also in Phoenix. This was a real breakthrough. It's the first single wafer Epi reactor in the industry. The Epsilon is an iconic product. And to this day, we're still selling the Epsilon. 41 years later, this product is actually, we're still selling it. So maybe one day, I expect the Epsilon to be in the Smithsonian. In this century, ASM America has also been developing ALD, which stands for atomic level deposition. These are very thin film, very unique, that we are we are the specialists of these films. And in our products and operation here in Phoenix. So our team in Phoenix has introduced the Pulsar, which is a high K metal gate, into high volume manufacturing. This is an ALD-based system that revolutionized the transistor gate. Also in Arizona, we are pioneering these days Epi reactor technology using the Verace and the Torino wafer temperature control, a novel approach based upon years of epitaxy know-how. In the last few years, we actually went on overdrive, and we have developed many new products. To name a few, it's Synergis, XP8E, which you see over there, Prominus, Tession, Intrepid ES, Intrepid ESA, XP4+, Previum VP, and Previum V3. Again, these are technologies that most of the people will probably never hear about. So the new solution that our people are working on won't be in your phone, they won't be in your tablet, computer, or car until 5 or more years from now. And many of these solutions will be born right here in Arizona, in our new state-of-the-art facility in Scottsdale. This facility will accommodate next-generation research and development teams. For the first time, it will also enable small-scale manufacturing of our locally produced tools, which strengthen our local supply chain resilience by letting our engineers design teams work faster and more collaboratively. The investment we are making in our facility in Arizona is not just an investment in the state economy. It's actually, we are investing in our people, in the power and innovation to improve lives and to the quality of our society, many decades into the future. One of our core values at ASM is we care, and we make it a priority to have positive impact on the societies and the communities where we live. In part, of course, our impact is through investment, like the new facility that we're building right now. But giving back to society and taking the lead on sustainability are also key commitments from us. In the past few years, our team in Arizona has participated in outreach programs for the Salvation Army, where our water drive has raised more than $5,000. For high school education, where students join their parents to see what a day in their life at ASM in the clean room looks like. We are also working with St. Mary's Food Bank, which helps feed hungry families throughout Phoenix and 9 counties. Our charity drive has generated more than 9,000 meals. In addition to such community-centered activities, ASM also wanted to set up several multi-year partnerships so that we could make a meaningful difference in a lasting way, with ample opportunities for employees to get involved personally. Today, I have the honor of announcing new partnership with 2 causes that are very close to ASM. The first partnership is with the Arizona Sustainability Alliance, which works tirelessly to bring tree equity, forest restoration, and urban shade to our Valley of the Sun. Over the next 3 years, ASM will be donating $240,000 to the Arizona Sustainability Alliance. Most of this will go to their urban forestry, tree planting initiative, as well as the education activity that they generate. With this partnership, ASM will sponsor the planting of more than 250 trees over the next 3 years. Better yet, this is a commitment that our employees will be taking on personally. They will be rolling up their sleeves and helping to plant these trees in neighborhoods, parks, and public areas across the county. Over the next 3 years, we will host several tree planting activities and volunteer days in which our people can get involved and make a direct impact. It's my pleasure to ask Orlando Cazares, the CEO of the Arizona Sustainability Alliance, to join me on stage now. Orlando, please come up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. We are delighted about the significance of this partnership between Arizona Sustainability Alliance and ASM. This investment marks a new era of commitment to our 6-year-old nonprofit here in Arizona and to our local environment. ASM's generous investment of $240,000 will substantially boost our urban forestry initiatives over the next 3 years. And this contribution will facilitate the planting, as Hisham mentioned, over 250 trees. And we go back and monitor those trees over 5 years and make sure that they are healthy, they're providing health outcomes and environmental benefits to the communities that they are planted in. These are going in communities that are highly impacted by the extreme heat that Phoenix experiences in the summer. The partnership is more than just monetary support, as Hisham mentioned. It is about a hands-on involvement. ASM's employees will join us at these tree plantings so they can have some skin in the game and also be educated about the benefits of the right tree, right place, drought-tolerant trees, and species that are for this desert to thrive and provide habitat and shade and heat island reduction in temperatures. Additionally, ASM support extends to our vital annual events such as our Sustainability Celebration, helping amplify our conservation and education efforts. This collaboration is a testament to ASM's dedication to sustainable practices and a shared vision together with ACSA to create a greener and more vibrant Arizona. Thank you, ASM, and the whole team.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Orlando. So we go to our next partner we would like to mention today, and that's the Nature Conservancy of Arizona, or TNC. TNC is an environmental nonprofit whose science-based collaboration with communities, businesses, and government has helped them achieve conservation solutions that sustain Arizona's natural habitat, water, and biodiversity. We are very excited to explore a multi-year partnership with TNC with a $130,000 investment in year 1 on an innovative water management program that aims to restore and save millions of gallons of water annually for the Verde River. For many people who are outside, who are not familiar with Arizona, the Verde River is one of the last free-flowing river systems in the state and a critical water supply for the Phoenix metro area. This water project aims to improve the agricultural irrigation systems in the Verde Valley and strengthen the long-term resilience of the Verde River watershed. In turn, this will address environmental concerns and enhance the well-being of the community and the wildlife in the region. It's my pleasure to ask Kim Schaunig, TNC Verde's River Project Manager, to join me on stage now. Kim, please come by. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here today. In Arizona, water is vital for people and nature, and we appreciate ASM's commitment to corporate water stewardship. In the Valley of the Sun, significant portions of our water come from the Verde River. It's a beautiful, lush river, and when we're up there near Camp Verde and Clarkdale and Sedona, I think we even saw a picture of Sedona, right? These are beautiful systems upstream from our communities, and those are what make up our water supply. And so ASM's investment with the Nature Conservancy will allow us to protect a family farm and improve their irrigation efficiency so they can continue to produce food for people and our economy, and then continue to operate along the river and improve our water supplies. So this will keep millions of gallons in the river while keeping this farm in production. The Nature Conservancy works to produce a broad suite of conservation actions, and investment from downstream users such as ASM are critical as we look to invest in our watersheds and improve the resilience of our water supply over time. So thank you so much, ASM, for your contribution.
Thank you, Kim. Okay. Thank you, Kim. Today, we have outlined an ambitious and compelling vision for ASM future in Arizona. It's amazing what our talented people here have achieved, and I can only imagine the trailblazing innovation that are yet to come. What will the world of semiconductors look like in another 50 years? Well, we'll be driving it. So I will let you know. That's why we will continue to attract young talent to Arizona, to grow and develop our workforce, to invest in R&D, and to open inspiring opportunities for our people, our customers, our suppliers, and society at large. Every day at ASM, we're moving the world into tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Hisham. Let's give him a round of applause, as well as Orlando and Kimberly. Thank you for sharing with us the pivotal role ASM is playing in the technology landscape and also the sustainability landscape. And thank you again to the Arizona Sustainability Alliance and the Nature Conservancy for joining us today. That brings us to the end of our landmark celebration. I want to thank all of our wonderful speakers. I'd like to thank all of you for being in attendance today, but the program is not over yet. We would love for you to get up, stretch your legs, enjoy a beverage, and make sure that you check out the panels to the left and to the right that tell the story of ASM's innovation, their sustainability efforts, and you can see some incredible images of the new facility that is going to be built over the next couple of years. We will look forward to seeing you all again, and in the meantime, I hope that you continue to make new friendships, build new partnerships today, and celebrate the growth and innovation of ASM as ASM continues to stay ahead in whatever comes next. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.